Our council is present. We will begin this meeting with a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. So please stand for the moment of silence and Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item on our agenda is to take action on the consent agenda. We'd invite Mr. Kevin Christopher to come forward and read the consent agenda.
Mayor and council members, these are the items on the consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk will be considered as a group by the City Council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion unless a council member or citizen requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered as a separate item. If a citizen wants an item removed, a blue card must be completed and given to the city clerk prior to the council's vote on the consent agenda. Item 2, approval of minutes of previous meetings as written. Item 3A, act on liquor license application for Optimist International one-day event, Saturday, March 2nd, 922 South Country Club Drive. Item 3B, act on liquor license application for Excel one-day event, Saturday, March 16th, 922 South Country Club Drive. Item 3C, act on liquor license application for Commemorative Air Force one-day event, Saturday, March 16th, 2017, North Greenfield Road. Item 3D, act on liquor license application for Heartstrings Foundation one-day event, Tuesday, March 5th, 2740 South Alma School Road. Item 3E, act on liquor license application for Real Change International Management Group Incorporated one-day event, Saturday, March 2nd, 1666 South Dobson Road. Item 3F, act on liquor license application for St. Bridget Roman Catholic Parish one-day event, Saturday, March 2nd, 2213 North Lindsay Road. Item 3G, act on liquor license application for On the Green Sports Grill, 801 South Power Road. Item 3H, act on liquor license application for A to Z Mart, 2259 West Broadway Road. Item 3I, act on liquor license application for Hodori Korean Restaurant, 1116 South Dobson Road. Item 3J, act on liquor license application for Elgin Distillery, one-day craft distillery festival, Saturday, November 16th, 4601 East Dolphin Avenue. Item 3K, act on liquor license application for Village of Elgin Winery, one-day wine festival, Saturday, November 16th, 4601 East Dolphin Avenue. Item 3L, act on liquor license application for Ultimate Imaginations Incorporated, one-day event, Saturday, March 9th on Pepper from Center to Robeson and on McDonald from Main Street to First Street. Item 4A, act on bingo application for East Valley Bingo, 8700 East University Drive. Item 4B, act on bingo application for Palm Gardens RV Parks, 2929 East Main Street. Item 4C, act on bingo application for Palm Gardens RV Parks, 2929 East Main Street. Item 5A, act on one-year renewal of the term contract for office supplies and products for citywide departments and the Strategic Alliance for Volume Expenditures Cooperative members, as requested by the Business Services Department. Item 5B, act on one-year renewal of the term contract for urban lake maintenance for the Parks, Recreation, and Community Facilities Department. Item 5C, act on 3-year term contract with 2 years of renewal options for events, security, crowd management services for the Parks, Recreation, and Community Facilities Department and Arts and Culture Departments. Item 5D, act on 1-year renewal with a 1-year renewal option for the term contract for Ford Original Equipment Manufacturer auto and light-duty truck parts for the Fleet Services Department. Item 5E, act on contract to purchase one medium-duty aerial bucket truck and service body replacement for the Transportation Department as requested by the Fleet Services Department. Item 5F, act on dollar limit increase to the term contract for mechanical fittings for the Materials and Supply Warehouse for the Energy Resources Department. Item 5G, act on contract to purchase 3 Chevrolet Tahoes, 1 replacement and 2 additions, and 1 minivan replacement for the Police Department. Item 5H, act on 3-year term contract with 2 years of renewal options for helicopter thermal imaging systems, service and repairs for the Police Department. Item 5I, act on contract amendment and dollar limit increase to the contract for the Police Records Management and Field-Based Reporting System for the purchase of a replacement computer-aided dispatch and mobile dispatch system for the Police Department and the Fire and Medical Department. Item 5J, act on contract to purchase replacement radio communications test equipment for the Information Technology Department. Item 6A, act on resolution adopting the City of Mesa Title VI implementation plan as required by the Federal Transit Administration. Item 6B, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into a Fourth Amendment to the development agreement and a Second Amendment to license agreement with Palladium Grid Incorporated regarding development of the city-owned property generally located at the southwest corner of Main Street in South Pomeroy and 34 South Pomeroy, the development commonly known as the Grid. Item 6C, act on resolution extinguishing public utility easements on lots 69 through 74 of the Mesa Commerce Center located in the 4800 block of East Ingram Street and East Jasmine Street to accommodate development of a metal roofing manufacturer business. This was requested by the property owner. Item 6D, act on resolution extinguishing a waterline easement located at 1126 North Ellsworth Road that is no longer needed and will be privately owned. This is requested by the property owner. And item 7A, introduction of ordinance regarding ZON 18-00862, the 8200 to 8500 blocks of East Baseline Road, located east of South Channing, Hawes Road alignment on the north side of Baseline Road, a rezone and site plan review to allow for development of a residential small lot subdivision. Mayor and council members, these are the items on the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher. Ms. Mickelson, has anyone requested to speak on an item on the consent agenda? Thank you. We do have a motion made by Mr. Luna, seconded by Mr. Thompson. Please vote on the consent agenda. Thank you. The vote is unanimous in favor of the consent agenda. The next item on our agenda is item 8. This is a resolution approving the first substantial amendment to the City of Mesa Annual Action Plan for fiscal year 2018-19 and authorizing the city manager to submit this amendment to HUD. This item is off of the consent agenda because council members Heredia and Thompson have a conflict, so they will not be voting on this item. Has there been any requests to speak on this item? Thank you. Is there a motion to approve? Thank you. Mr. Freeman has made that motion. Mr. Luna has seconded. Please vote. Thank you. The vote passes with 5 ayes and Mr. Heredia and Mr. Thompson abstaining from the vote. The next item on our agenda is item 9. That's items from citizens present. We do have a couple of requests to speak. This is for 3 minutes. We appreciate you being here and sharing your thoughts with us. The first is Mr. Roger Carlin. Mr. Carlin, welcome.
Mayor, council members, and city staff. My name is Roger Carlin, 3635 North Eagle Canyon in Mesa. I address you as a citizen with over 45 years experience with aviation and safety matters. While I was in the Marine Corps, worked for Hughes Helicopters, McDonnell Douglas Helicopters, Boeing Helicopters, and MD Helicopters. I'm a rated airplane and helicopter pilot, and I manage several flight departments, a private airport, and work closely with the FAA and user groups to help determine aircraft flight paths and procedures. I oppose plans to build residential homes west of Wrecker Road. It's in the vicinity of Thomas Road. Rezoning land south of Thomas and auctioning the city park land north of Thomas is a mistake. The extended center line of the Falcon Field runways will bisect these parcels and create noise complaints and safety hazards from the proposed new homes. Departing and arrival airplanes will overfly these new homes at low altitudes. Helicopters, by procedures, fly beneath the airplane traffic and observe a minimum of 1 mile buffer zone from homes built east of Record Road. Helicopter noise will be an issue with these new homeowners that are now within the buffer zone, established over 30 years ago via a letter of agreement. Eventually, if new homes are built west of Wrecker, airplane operators will be blamed for the noise and likely be asked to restrict their operations, much like the area south of Falcon Field currently. This process is called airport encroachment, and it threatens the lifeblood of this city-owned airport. Currently, aviation businesses may leave on their own due to lack of revenue and jobs. New business may refuse to locate at the airport that's no longer friendly to their tenants. Decisions of this council to encourage new homes within the buffer zone is contrary to the purpose of the newly created Falcon District, which was specifically designed to support aerospace businesses in and around the airport. Airport users ask, what are they thinking? As a citizen, I look forward to a city park which was proposed 20 years ago. With almost no notice, the park plan has been destroyed, and I asked you to save the neighborhood park. I also asked you to disapprove new residential homes west of Recker Road and observe the 30-year letter of agreement.
Thank you, Mr. Carlin. Next is Burl Farnsworth.
Mayor and Council, I want to speak on the same subject of the proposed land auction at Recker and Thomas. The property was purchased for a public district park after the City Council voted on 2 separate occasions to deny builders Del Webb and Conley Wolfswinkel the right to build a housing development there. The concerns that were present then still exist today. The overall safety of the citizens living in the Red Mountain Ranch development and keeping open spaces available to the Mesa citizens. If the city has relaxed those concerns about safety, we would like to see the study and the information produced that has brought us to this point. When this property was purchased in 1998, it was purchased for the purpose of a district park. This property was purchased with park bond funds. I remind each of us of the assessment made by current Mayor Giles when he was a councilman when the purchase was made, that this was a pristine site that should be preserved for all of the Mesa citizens. I'm more sure of that statement today than ever before. Literally, this piece of ground located on the city's north boundary has no replacement property available to take its place. In the 24 years that I've lived in Red Mountain Ranch, I've taken my children on nature hikes, scavenger hikes, bike rides, and we have walked this property with nothing in mind but to enjoy the quiet and peace and nature of the area. I've observed that many use the land for the very same purposes. There's always somebody taking in the pristine beauty of this unique piece of property. We're all excited to see Mesa grow. We all like new places to shop, new locations to live in. But we need, along with the growth, we are experiencing a need for open space and the ability to walk, observe, and places to unwind from the hectic pace that now seems to dominate our landscape. Northeast Mesa deserves such a place as this district park to do those things. It has been said that the parkland never rose to the level of interest to take on major development. I'm not aware of a single effort by the city to inquire of the local residents regarding their input on the development of this land for a park. Why would you think that for this property to be a park of interest, it would have to have millions of dollars of improvements? Just let us have this park in its current state. Natural beauty, rugged, a place to explore. Not every park needs to have roads, trails, gazebos, parking lots, artificial lights. Let us keep this park just as it is. Remember, the definition of a park can take on many designs. I would like to remind you also of the fact that the residents of the area of the park have thoroughly enjoyed this parkland in its natural state. You've not had these residents knocking on your doors demanding that you build some high-quality, expensive park. We enjoy the park just as it is currently today. Is it too much to ask this city council to remember the commitment made to the citizens of this area over 20 years ago and let them keep this unique, pristine piece of land for them and the future residents of Mesa? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farnsworth. As we all know, because this item is not on our agenda for action, we are legally prohibited from engaging in conversation about it. But I would note that a letter on giving additional information about this topic was posted on the city websites last week. So there is some fairly current information from the city that has been made public just as of a week or so ago. As this issue goes forward, there will be many, many meetings on the land use and working out the details of if and how any development might occur in that area. So, Mr. Brady, can you remind me, where would if someone wants to hear more about the city's position on this potential sale of property, where would they go to find that?
The city's website, but Carrie has it.
mesaaz.gov, and if they search land auction, it will come up. There's a link to the land auction.
It's the first link on the top.
Yep.
All right. So I'm sure if this item goes forward, there will be many, many meetings, and the details will be discussed in open meetings on an agenda going forward before anything happens. Thank you. Any additional comments from council on that? All right, that concludes this, everything on our agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.